Nintendo has officially dropped the mic today with some big news regarding the upcoming Nintendo IndieWorld Direct showcase that's actually set to premiere tomorrow, 4/14 of 2021, and they've also announced a brand new Switch model. And no, it's not the Switch Pro you were looking for. It is a brand new Nintendo Switch Lite that sports a new blue colorway. So to start things off, we have some huge news from Nintendo that they just announced a brand new Nintendo Switch Lite model. And no, it's not a Pro version. It is a new colorway for the Nintendo Switch Lite system. Nintendo tweeted out earlier today. They said introducing a fresh new color for the Nintendo Switch Lite, launching on 5/21 for $199. The blue Nintendo Switch Lite will release separately on the same day as the hilarious adventure game Miitopia. I really love the colorway on this Switch Lite. It kind of reminds me of a GameCube or even like a Game Boy Advance, but the blue and gray is a little bit lighter than you would see on a Game Boy Advance. But either way, I'm excited to pick this up. I'm not sure what Nintendo's goals are with this console. I mean, besides the fact that it's just a really cool colorway, it is very curious that it's launching right next to Miitopia. I didn't think Miitopia was that big of a game, but if you put the two side by side, you can kind of see the similarities. It's not too prominent, but the blue sky kind of looks like this new Nintendo Switch Lite model, which is probably why they're trying to use Miitopia to sell this machine. Either way, I'm excited that this is coming out because it does kind of confirm that Nintendo is not yet done doing themed consoles for the original hardware. Obviously, with the Switch Pro or the Switch Revision being so close to being announced, as well as released sometime this year or maybe even early next, I did not think we would see a new Nintendo Switch that's themed differently from the original colorways. But it is worth mentioning that this is the Nintendo Switch Lite version and not the original Nintendo Switch. I think the original Nintendo Switch that we have right now is done getting themed consoles, but I think the Switch Lite still has a couple years to continue releasing new themed Switches. Next up, we have the biggest news of the day that kind of confirms that Nintendo is not done with their commitment to support indie game developers. They tweeted out today 4 hours ago, a new Nintendo IndieWorld showcase arrives on Wednesday, April 14th at 9 a.m. PT. Tune in for a live stream featuring roughly 20 minutes focused on fresh and new indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch. Could this finally be the time where we get some news about Hollow Knight Silksong? I've still been waiting for Spelunky and Spelunky 2. Hopefully this Nintendo IndieWorld Direct is going to be everything that we've always wanted, but I am not going to hold my breath. Ever since the release of the Nintendo Switch, we've seen an insane commitment to indie games on the platform, and I really hope that continues for a while. I've been saying it for a long time. The Nintendo Switch is the perfect console for independent developers, so I'm super excited to see what goes down at the IndieWorld Showcase tomorrow. Now, for some of the games that I would like to personally see tomorrow is obviously Hollow Knight Silksong, Disco Elysium that was confirmed a while back to be releasing sometime in summer of 2021, so I hope we get that tomorrow. I think it's a very strong possibility that Spelunky 1 and Spelunky 2 will get announced for a release date in summer of 2021. Those games were already previously confirmed, and I cannot wait to play them on the Switch. Another game that I would love to see announced tomorrow is a brand new game called Loop Hero. It is an endless RPG developed by Russian studio Four Quarters, and it is super incredible. It's published by Devolver Digital, and it's just an incredible game, and I really hope they announce that tomorrow. But if you have a PC right now and you like strategy and you like roguelike, I strongly recommend Loop Hero. Now, one thing that it is worth expecting tomorrow is a big possibility that there's going to be a hot dropped game tomorrow. Previous IndieWorld showcases hot dropped games like Ori and Hades. Both of those games were extremely good and easily Game of the Year contenders, so I'm really hoping they decide to do that again this year. I would prefer they do it with Silksong, but I would really take anything because I want another indie game to just dive into and get lost in. Moving right along, we have another game that was announced with a release date for the Nintendo Switch that's going to be releasing 5/14 of 2021, and that is going to be Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. From how this game is performed on other consoles like the PS4, I would imagine that these games are going to be very rough to play on the Nintendo Switch, but I will wait until it releases to hold my judgment. The game on PC looks absolutely beautiful, so definitely wait for a review to pick it up on the Nintendo Switch console. Next up, we have some leaks regarding the Nintendo Switch. They kind of are making some rounds that I wanted to discuss. First off, we have a potential Nintendo and Xbox partnership of some sort. This is gaining some steam. I don't think it has any credibility, but it's the same dude that leaked Gearbox getting acquired, as well as Final Fantasy VII-R going to PlayStation Plus and a few other things. They tweeted, "The cat seems to be out of the bag on Nintendo and Xbox. You'll hear more in the fall." It's a super vague tweet that has really no substance, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. Could this be that Master Chief is finally joining the Smash crew, or will this mean that we're going to get some sort of cloud streaming on the Nintendo Switch with Azure, or are we finally going to be getting Game Pass on the Nintendo Switch? Those are the only possible things that they could be partnering up with, so I guess we'll have to wait and see if this has any validity or if it's just a bunch of BS. Moving right along, we have another leak that's gaining some steam regarding Nintendo's 2021 plans, and according to the leak, Nintendo has plans to include a new Mario Kart, a new Zelda game, a new Metroid, a Fire Emblem, and more in 2021, and as well as reveal the 2 new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate characters dropping dropping in Fighter Pass 2. I have no idea why this leak is gaining any steam because it's from a 4chan user, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. Now, it is worth mentioning that this was posted January 23rd of 2021, and the post said 2021 will have a bunch of anniversaries, no particular reveal order, and some might be early 2022. They said Mario Kart 9, Mario Golf, Breath of the Wild sequel getting a full reveal and planned release this year, Skyward Sword HD, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Pokemon Snap, 2D Metroid very soon by Mercury Steam, and Metroid Prime Trilogy. They said we will also see a new Famicom Detective series, a new Fire Emblem Echo style game. And then they mentioned that Grezzo has a Zelda title planned for this year. And of course, Dark Souls 2 is going to be ported to the Switch, they said. I'm going to leave a link in the description for those of you to read into it more. I don't think it has any validity, but with some of the titles already being confirmed, it is a very strong possibility that this is indeed a leak. Now, it could be that this dude was either from the future or his prediction skills are just absolutely insane, or the leak is legit. But regardless, take it with a grain of salt. Well, you guys, that is going to wrap it up with today's video. Let me know if you guys think I should do a giveaway for the new Switch Lite model. I was thinking about it, but I wasn't sure if that's going to be something you guys would be interested in. So definitely let me know. Guys, thank you all once again for watching. This has been Wes, and I will talk to you on the next video.